Here is my plan for you this morning. Remember 3 things. These are your walkaways. How do you persuade those who are unpersuadable? What sets your confidence off? How do you own the room that you're in? So let's talk a little bit about elevating your presentation skills. How can you have that compelling, smooth conversation? Today we're talking all about winning communication, how connection, confidence, and poise is going to help you show up, speak up, and influence with purpose. And here we go. I work with organizations and leaders who want to communicate more clearly and build those great relationships. I come from a commercial and retail real estate background where a handshake is everything. People want to look you in the eye, shake your hand, and connect with you. When I work with clients, there are always 2 things at the top. One is confidence, and the second is editing. I try and take every opportunity to help those people be visible in the company, to help them strike up partnerships and alliances. So important because it's not just you.
Shannon was really amazing. I learned a lot.
Very informative. I found out that a lot of people are going through the same things, and being transparent, having that open communication. I think I was able to take a lot of these things with me and implement them, so it was really great.
Today we're going to talk about some confidence triggers. So what does trip you up? How can you convey that smooth, polished image that you want every time? If you're new at presentations or you're going to sit on a panel, start somewhere. Do something. Otherwise it paralyzes us and we wait till the last and then we're not as happy with it as we could be. When you think of who I can help the most and how, there's really a little bit of a spectrum. So I help CEOs and executives because they don't speak every day, and sometimes they're great, sometimes they need a little help, sometimes they also need some coaching. So we work on their presentation style, how they show up at a meeting, how they convey their message for their team, and how they really exemplify true leadership. 125% of the time, easily, when someone comes to me for help, a leader asks for help, or an organization, it boils down to confidence. Sometimes it's a little too much, and sometimes it's just not enough. So it's definitely a hot topic. I love helping people be more poised, more polished, and more confident. And here's the secret. Anyone can do that. We'd like to do it overnight, and I would tell you that it takes effort to be effortless. So that polish, that confidence comes with practice. That is why we're here today. We're going to talk about how you can increase your influence and impact in any conversation, meeting, or presentation. And I promise you, it works. People today want genuineness, they want transparency, they want you to hear them. You don't want to be so rigid and stiff that you can't carry on that conversation in a compelling way. Consider how you edit. You have to be a really good editor. I was chatting with someone the other day, and this happens all the time, who said, I just have too much stuff. I have to put everything in because I want them to know, I want my audience to know that I know what I'm talking about. For sure, we want our audience to know what we're talking about, but you don't have to tell them every step you took to get there. So really work on editing what you say, because leadership is getting others to go along with you. You can't do it by yourself. There has to be a little persuasion and a little charisma in there. How important is clarity? Super important and critical. I believe in the power of 3. Our brains can only handle so much. So when you're working on a presentation or an important conversation, you don't need to stuff it with all of those things because people aren't going to be able to keep up with it and absorb it. So pick 3. It's really all about how to have a conversation. When you think of any public speaking, any presentation, any meeting, you're just having a conversation. And that's what I can help people do, is become proficient and polished and poised at that conversation.